You know, the avalanche which struck in Sonamarg resort in Jammu and Kashmir late Tuesday night, it has triggered panic, but no casualties have been reported so far. Officials say that the avalanche hit Sonamarg in central Kashmir's Ganderbal district around 10:12 p.m. The dramatic visuals captured on CCTV shows huge volumes of snow rushing down and engulfing homes in the area. Authorities have confirmed that no loss of life has been reported and emergency teams are on alert. CCTV footage captured powerful gusts generated by the avalanche. Authorities had issued a high danger avalanche warning for the district on Monday. Over the past 24 hours, Sonamarg and most parts of the Kashmir Valley have received moderate to heavy snowfall. At Srinagar Airport, all 58 scheduled flights, including arrivals and the departures, were cancelled on Tuesday due to unsafe runway conditions, leaving hundreds of tourists stranded. While Srinagar and other parts of valley saw the lights to moderate snowfall, high altitude areas received heavy snow, turning tourists destinations like Sonamarg, Gulmarg, Pahalgam into winter landscape. But this is unprecedented. This sort of a avalanche that has taken place is unprecedented. This is a huge avalanche that has taken place in Sonamarg. On this issue, I am joined by my colleague Mehraj. Mehraj, this is unprecedented. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that in Sonamarg. You know, I have been to this place. I've traveled in all parts of Kashmir, but I haven't seen anything like that to hit Sonamarg.
Well, Kartike, you are right that such avalanche scenes are unprecedented, as you have a good experience in covering Kashmir as well. But these are the areas who are prone for avalanche, especially if we talk about the Nilgrat area or Sarnal area, which are situated in the Sonamarg area. These are the avalanche prone areas, and people usually in earlier times we have seen that they use it to migrate for at least for 3 months, keeping that avalanche threat in the view. But as for some recent years, we are considered that there were not so much massive snowfall in the area. So we can say that these areas and many such hilly areas are prone to avalanche, and that is what government have issued an avalanche threat to such areas and restricted people, and said clearly that restricted movement and do call officials if they need any such emergency in any emergency case. So we can say that these areas are avalanche prone, and government is trying each and every possible step to avoid any mishap, any untoward in the areas. But so far we can say that two adjacent western disturbances back to back in Jammu and Kashmir have created huge snowfall in hilly areas. But we can say that it was moderate in Srinagar and almost in Srinagar city. All the system and services have been restored so far, if connectivity is considered and the electric system is considered. Both have been restored, and it is a good news that international airport from Srinagar, and we can say that flights are taking place from there today morning. And as per what airport authorities have told us, that air operation have been restored. And we have also got information from Srinagar Jammu National Highway authorities that they have also opened Jammu Srinagar highway for low LMVs, and there are, we can say that highway have been partially opened for such vehicles. So it was yesterday that that Kashmir especially was cut off from rest country and world as well, because air traffic got also suspended, and road traffic was also suspended because of heavy snowfall. Back to you, Kartike.
Absolutely. But how come, how come the casualties were avoided? Did district administration evacuate the entire area?
Well, Kartike, as what we have seen and learned from our authorities, that they have restricted movements in the area as after witnessing the heavy snowfall, and that area was, we can say there were very less people who, especially is believed to be the hotel administrator or hotel authorities there. And it is really good news that there weren't any casualty, but we can say that the visuals we got from CCTV footage was unprecedented, and we have not seen in recent years in such a huge massive avalanche striking any residential area in any tourist place as well.
But Mehraj, which part of the Sonamarg did it take place? Can you just tell this to our viewer? Because this is not a small avalanche. The avalanche has actually got inside the Sonamarg town. So which avalanche, which part of this city got hit?
Well, Karthike, as I cleared, this is the Sarnal area, and we can say this is some kilometers before the Sonamarg, and that is this area is avalanche-prone area. So we can say that people residing there keep this threat in view that they can hit any time by such avalanche, and when two heavy snowfall spells have affected the area, they were in such consideration that many that maybe there will be any massive avalanche like this, and that is what we are learning from authorities, that there wasn't any damage as well to the structure, and that is good news for the people as well.
What about the people, Mehraj? You know, there must be some staff, there must be local people who would be living there. I don't think all of them were of those houses.
Well, Karthike, there were some guest houses as well, and there were two hotels situated in that very part. But so far as we have talked to the authorities, they said that all are safe, and the ways are getting connected to them, and they have talked with them on the phones, and they are all safe. And this is good news for, as I clearly mentioned, that this is good news that civil damage or life damage have been evaded in such incident. Back to you.
Thank you, Mehraj. Thank you for joining me. Let me put these visuals full screen to our viewers. This is what has happened in Sonamarg. I mean, this massive avalanche which took place in Sonamarg has shocked everyone. I mean, look at these visuals. I mean, this has shocked everyone. And the huge avalanche. This is happening because, you know, the snow has happened late. It has not got time to freeze. The snow is loose, and this is what is also part and parcel of the climate change. So, you know, there's a lot of dump that is taking place, in the sense that immediately there's a lot of snow dump that happens, but snow is loose. When the snow is loose, then it means that it's not attached. If it's not attached, it comes down. And it has, I do not recall last time such a huge avalanche hit Sonamarg in Jammu in Kashmir. You know, Sonamarg is a place where hundreds of movies have been shot, you know, Gulmarg, Sonamarg, two star-studded spots of Jammu in Kashmir. But this has taken everyone by surprise. And Sonamarg and Gulmarg are very heavily defended areas, in the sense that army deployment is there. Sonamarg is one place from which the road to Dras goes. So that is why Sonamarg is very, very important. So, you know, for example, Pahalgam is in South Kashmir. Sonamarg is in North Kashmir. From Sonamarg, the route goes to Dras. From Dras, it goes to Kargil. So, you know, Sonamarg is at a very important vantage point. And in that context, for this huge avalanche to happen is really, really fearsome. It's being told to us that no casualty has taken place. But I'm sure if you look at the intensity of this avalanche, the structures will be affected by it. There were people who were there. So I don't think that entire thing would have been left unattended. So it's a big avalanche that has taken place. Entire flights have been cancelled. The western disturbance has become very strong. Snowfall is taking place in Sonamarg, Gulmarg, Pahalgam. It's a very sad day. You know, you had such a powerful storm that shook Sonamarg. Yesterday around 11 p.m. Today morning, Ajit Pawar passed away. The plane crashed. So, two big tragedies have taken place. Here, the casualties, as my reporter said, Mehraj, was avoided for one simple reason, because the administration was alert. They knew what could be done. Mehraj, tell me, now are reporters and tourists being allowed in this part of Sonamarg? Can you go there? Are tourists being allowed?
Well, Karthike, after these heavy snowfall, the movement to the Sonamarg have been restricted. As clearly mentioned by the police, that they have such apprehensions that heavy snowfall have created slippery routes as well to Sonamarg, and Sonamarg, as cause of adjacent to the Ladakh and Kargil, the minus temperature there remains below 10 degree in such situations, and that cause slippery routes, and that is why police restrict movements to such places as well in Kashmir, and that is what we are learning from sources news as well that movement have been restricted to the Sonamarg, and there we can say that movement is allowed to some extent nearby to the Sonamarg, not particularly to the Sonamarg. Yeah, back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So this was the breaking news which I was showing you that avalanche shook the entire town of Sonamarg, and